Hey guys, if you are able to see my screen, just type S in the chat box. Just type S in the chat box if you are able to see my screen. Yes, good evening, Vishwa. Is everyone able to see my screen? Yes, fine. Okay. Thanks for the confirmation. So let's begin the session now. So we'll continue with the whatever we have done in the morning session, right? Calendars. We'll continue with that. There are a few more things that I need to complete. So let me go there. I'll open the notes. Meanwhile, I'll also switch my workspace here. Switch workspace, batch one. Okay, handling calendars. We have to complete this today. And if you have any other example website pages where we have to automate the calendars, let me know, guys. But till now, we have completed automating till here. Okay, we have completed automating till here. We have two more items left out that we are going to automate now. Okay. So if you have any questions, everything we can discuss now. Selecting date in a different type of date picker calendar. Selecting date in a different type of date picker calendar, that is fourth date. So I'll just open this here, the new tab. You can see the application. In that application page, somewhere here we have the calendar, guys. Okay. Just give me a second. Here we are getting some calendar. So what is the difference between this one that I covered in the morning and this one? The simple difference is almost same. The code is almost same. But the only thing is that, not everything is, here you see 28, 29, 30 from the previous month are coming. And first, if you go to any other month or something, right, you can see that some dates from the previous month and some dates from the next month are coming. We have to select only this month related stuff. That's the only thing that is required, guys. Otherwise, there is not much difference in the previous third date and fourth date. Mostly same, but we'll try to automate it. My Eclipse side is still switching to the workspace. Let's wait for that to happen. And apart from that, what is other calendar? Sixth calendar, that is this one. Here you see sixth date. I'll show you fourth, and after that directly we'll go to the sixth one. Okay. What is there in fifth? Fifth is, I don't think there is much thing that you can do in fifth, because you see, you cannot change the month in the current month only. Only these active dates you have to select. Okay. So if you want me to automate this fifth date, I can even show you how to automate. Then we have to click on this. This will not be possible, guys. This will not be possible. Here we'll use some other technique. Okay. We'll use just clicking on this, whether we are able to do this or not. We'll try that out, but it will not happen. So we may have to enter the date manually here using JavaScript executor or send keys command we can use. So let's see till where we can go. So assuming that, yeah, we got my Eclipse ID got switched to the required workspace. I'll just open the project and go to the calendars, handling calendars demo. In this handling calendars, so far I demonstrated a lot of stuff, and now I'll go with the fourth one. This one, fourth date thing. I'll go with the fourth date. Let's close this, fourth date. So for that, we have tried the code here. I'm creating a new class. Just right click and just create a new class here. Calendar 4 demo. Some just random name I'm giving. With main method I'll create. With main method I'm going to create. In that, here I'll write down the code. That is yeah, tab Chrome driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Control Shift O. Then simply write down driver dot manage dot window dot maximize. Then say driver dot get. Here I'll provide the application URL. Provide the application page URL like this. Okay. Then after going there, I just need to click inside the fourth date. So it's better that I'll implement the waiting mechanism driver dot for the synchronous activities, timeouts. Timeouts. More the practice you do, more the things you solve in automation, more the confident you will become, guys. So try to be that 1%. Okay, don't be that 99%. Be that 1% who are very serious in automation. Whatever the small thing comes, be that 1%, guys. So carry that energy and try to learn a lot of stuff. Okay, don't stop your journey. Try to be that 1%. Try to automate a lot of stuff and then get the confidence in automation. There's nothing much, guys. Okay, there's nothing much more than the practice. So here we'll open this Chrome browser, maximize the browser. Implicit waiting mechanism is there, opening the application URL in the browser. Okay, and I need to click on the fourth date, select the inspect option. Here ID is there, copy this ID and come back here and simply write down driver.find element by.id, provide the ID locator of the date field. So fourth date field is equal to fourth date field is equal to hover the mouse on this and say create a local variable. Then simply write down fourth date field dot click. So once you click on that, what will happen? The calendar will appear. Once you click on this fourth date field, the calendar will come. Calendar like this will come. Let's click on this fourth date field. Calendar will come. In the calendar, you have to select the required month. You can go back, you can go forward. Okay, the same code, guys, what we have written in the previous thing, right? You can copy paste. Okay, I don't have to waste your time. Third date field, the same code you have to write. Nothing much. Whatever the methods we created, everything will do the same thing, guys. Okay. So we'll intake the, here we are writing something. You see, we are intaking the date in this particular format from the user. I just copy paste this because I don't want to waste your time here. Okay. Almost same, right? The calendar looks same. Only small difference is there while selecting the date. For that, I don't have to reinvent the wheel again. So here we are intaking the input from the user in this particular date format. After that, what we are trying to do here, the same thing we'll try to continue. Morning session, I covered all this stuff. And here, from that entered date and all those stuff, I have to copy all these things. Copy all these things here. Local date dot parse. You'll get the day. Local date dot get month, day of the month, get month. Can get the month. I think we created some method here to get the month. If it is one or something like that, you can get the month here. So here also same calendar, that is, short form is there. Instead of November, we have NOV. Okay. So this particular method need to be copied into our code. The same method we have to use. The morning only I demonstrated this method. So when you pass a particular month number here, that will give you the thing. Okay, first we have to select the month, right? Because in this calendar also, first we have to select the month. Okay, in this here we have to select the month. So we are working on the month. So that's why get month is required. And from this date here, somewhere here you can see date time formatter I have used. Date time formatter I have used, and here I'll get the day of the month, get month in year and year. All these things I'll copy paste, guys. I don't have to do much. So whatever that extra thing that is required, we'll see. So this one I have to do here, I think so. Yeah. The top only will do. So here what we are doing, user is entering a particular date in this particular format. From this date format, using this datetime formatter, we are parsing it using the user input, parsing and DTF we have to write. And here ld.get day of month, then get month of ld.get year. Okay, string dot value of year number. Okay, datetime formatter dot off pattern DTF local date dot parse of user input DTF ld dot get day of the month means it will get you the integer day of the month. And here get month method, here user input DTF you are passing, and in this month method again you are using local date and retrieving the month value. And if the according to the month value, according to the given month value here, get of month, you are getting the required month, okay, and returning back to the calling method. So you'll get the month in the string format, that is NOV or JUN, you'll get that I have already explained in the previous session. Then year, ld.get year, you get the year number, okay. So we'll open the Chrome browser, maximize the browser afterwards, and then implicit wait, open the application, click on the fourth date. In that fourth date, what we have to do first? We have to select that particular month here. For that, I'll inspect this drop-down field, drop-down field. This is a drop-down field, guys. You can clearly see in the HTML code, if select tag is there, that is definitely a pure drop-down field there. The drop-down, you see select tag is there. The drop-down field, it has a class. Copy this class and create a web element here. Driver dot find element by dot class name. Give the class name of that month drop-down field. Write down here month drop-down field is equal to, create the web element for this. Once the web element is created, you just create an object for the select class. Select is called link select. In Selenium automation, if you want to select an option from the drop-down field, you have to create an object for select class. Control-Shift-O. Select will be imported from Selenium library. Here you have to pass the drop-down field from which you want to select the option. And here you will say select by visible text. What should be the visible text? Whatever the month I got here as a return this month. When I pass this DTF from the enter date, that month, right? That month I am passing here. Okay, string format. Okay, that will select the month. Let's see whether this is working or not. Is it able to select the month or not in the drop-down field? Let's see. I'll run the code step by step and see whether it is able to select the month or not. So it is asking the user to enter a 2511. 11 is November, guys. 2028. Press enter. Let's see what is happening. It should select November month in the drop-down field. It should select, because 11 I am entering, right? For 11, it will return the month as November, NOV, and that visible text, using visible text in the drop-down field, it select NOV in the drop-down. Okay, first it has to load the page. Once the page is loaded, it will click on the third date field, fourth date. Let's see what will happen now. The page is still loading, guys. Let's wait for the page to load. After that, it has to click on the fourth date, but some advertisement came in between. Maybe because of this advertisement, we got an exception, element click intercepted exception. So for this to overcome, we have to scroll down a page a bit. How to scroll down a page a bit? After loading the page, before you click inside this, you have to scroll down the page a bit, or you have to scroll until this fourth date field is visible. So for that, JavaScript executor we have to use. Driver, typecast the driver with JavaScript executor here. JavaScript executor. Okay, so JSC is equal to, hold the mouse on this and say create local variable. Then simply Control-Shift-O, done. Then JSC dot execute script. Here I need to create this web element way before. And here, before clicking on that field, inside the field, I would like to scroll into the view of this particular element, arguments of 0. I'll write the code like this, JavaScript code here. That is arguments of 0 dot scroll into view. I have to write scroll into view. Okay, it will scroll until this element is visible on the page, and after that, it will click on the fourth date field. Okay, run the code again. This time, when you see this kind of problems will come, you have to mitigate. There's no other way. Every automation is a challenge for everyone, guys. Okay, so we have to make sure that You have to get the things done. Okay, let's see what will happen. This time, will it be able to click inside the fourth date field and select the month or not? It has scrolled. You should scroll into the fourth date. The page is still loading. It has scrolled to the fourth date now. It has clicked inside that. It has selected November also. You see, in the drop-down field, November got selected already. Now let's select the year, guys. Okay. Next thing is that I have to select the year. So here for the year to be selected, again the same thing. I have to inspect this year drop-down field. Year drop-down field and inspect. Right click on this, inspect that. Here also we have a class locator. Copy this. Come back here and write down driver.find element by dot class name and provide the class name locator. Put a semicolon here and here drop down field. I would like to select the year. Field is equal to hover the mouse on this, create a web element for that. Create a web element for that. Now do something like this. Already select is there. I'll just take only this part. Select is equal new select of year drop down field. I'll mention here. And here I'll simply say select by visible text. Here also I'll give the visible text, and whatever the year I'll enter here, that year I converted into string format already. That year I'll enter here. Okay, that's it. Now let's see whether it is selecting the November and November month. And for example, if I enter that 11 and 2028, is that year and month are getting selected or not? 25/11, 2028. Press enter. (25/11, 2028). Yeah, it will go on the fourth date. November should be selected. 2028 year should be selected. In the 2028, we have some dates here. Some 29, 30, 31 we should not see, but remaining things, 1 minute. November is one thing that we selected. In that, again, one more thing is 2028 selected. Here, 20, 30, 31, and here 1, 2 are should not be selected. Only from 1 to 30 we have to select. Okay. How to differentiate the dates from this and this? If I given 25 or something, then how to inspect that? Inspect one of the dates there. Okay, I'll inspect here. Otherwise, I'll right click and select November here. Select 2028 here. For example, I'll select one of the things like 15 or something. Inspect that. Just see TD sections here. Select day is there. For this kind of dates, what is there? You see, select date is not. TD is there, but select day is also there for them also. But what is the difference? Other month. You see, UI date picker other month is there, but here for this, it is also other month. If there is a class like other month, class contains other month, then it is not, we should not be selecting that. Okay. Here you see class is empty and date handler, data handler is select day is there, but this class is not there. Other month class is not there. If you go down and if I inspect this 1 and 2, there also should make sure that you see other month is there. Okay. If the class select something which is not class, okay, this should not be there. Normal date handler select day should be there. Okay, I'll create an XPath expression to see that. I'll just copy this select day here and say /td asterisk is equal to select day. You see, it is locating 1 and 35. That is previous month dates also it's selecting. But I don't want to select the previous month and next month dates. I don't want to select the previous month and next month dates. Only the dates from 1 to 30 should be selected using this XPath and remaining. You see, if you say 1 means this one or this one, okay, like that it will be a problem. So we have to select the active things. For that, we have to use circular brackets. What was the method, guys? It should not contain. It should not contain, right? Not method. Contains @class, comma. Why I am giving contents, I'll tell you. Why I'm giving contents means there is some space here, you see. There is some space here. That's why I'm giving contents. You see, after that also some space is there, so it's better to give like this. Let's see if it is whether it is locating only the active dates now. You see, I have used not method. Inside the not method, I have mentioned it should not contain this stuff. Okay, in that case, it's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. It will not go to 1, 2. Again, it will go to 1. You see, this next month dates and previous month dates, okay, should not be selected. Only the current month date should be selected. For that, I created the XPath expression. /a, you have to say. In that, say text is equal to whatever the date you want to give. For example, if you say 15 means 15th date will get selected. You see, 15th date it's getting selected. Copy this XPath expression. So fine. Now go back here and create the XPath expression here. Driver.find element by dot XPath. Give the XPath expression here. Give the XPath expression. Sorry, I should not be giving like this. I should be giving something like this. String XPath text is equal to, give the XPath expression, and at the end provide the semicolon. Done. And here I need to make the XPath expression a bit dynamic. I should not be giving the 15 number here. Say plus here. Just provide the plus here. Provide the double quote here. After the place, again provide double quote here. In place of 15, you write down the day of the month. Just write the day of the month in place of 15. That's it. Is there any problem? Double quote is there? Yeah, single quote. Okay, single double quote. Fine. So now we have to select that particular date. So simple thing is that how to select the date? Driver.find element by dot XPath, give the XPath text, dynamic XPath text, put a semicolon here. Day is equal to day element. I'll say day element is equal to, create a web element for that, and simply write down day element dot click. That's it. You should be able to select the month, year, and day. Just XPath expression is only changing as from previous thing to current one. The XPath expression is something different, where we have to consider the dates which doesn't contain this class attribute value specified as other month. Okay, then all the current month dates only will be highlighted in this XPath. The XPath can only locate the current month dates only. Run this code. Because I need to segregate the previous month date. Some mapping will be there between the previous month and current date. So it will be a problem, right, to differentiate the current month dates from the previous and next month dates. So here I'll enter 25/11/2028. Let's see whether it is selecting 25/11/2028 or not. If it is able to select, we are good, guys. Yeah, ad is coming. We have to scroll back. Scrolling we have done anyhow. After the page loads, it will click on the fourth date, and then yeah, 25/11/2028 got selected. It's working fine. Fourth date is successful, working fine. Clear everyone? Clear everyone with this program? Calendar fourth date, same as the previous program, but just here the XPath expression we have to write in a better way. If it is clear, just type C in the chat box, guys. Type C in the chat box if it is clear for you. Or any doubts, you can ask me about this calendar automation. If you have any doubts, you can ask me or type C in the chat box. Okay. I didn't get any confirmation, guys. Whether it is clear for you or is it confusing, just let me know in the chat box. Okay, fine, Inka. No problem. This is an advanced topic, so it will take time. What about others? For the people who are already from the batch one, is it clear? Ishwa, it is clear. What about other people? Nagveni, it's clear. What about other people? Is it clear or not? For the people who are going to with my batch one sessions, it should be definitely clear. Or if you have any questions, you can ask me where you are lagging or something you are not able to understand anything. You can ask me, guys. Okay. Or you just type in the chat box. Simple, we are intaking the input from the user in the date format and parsing that using the which methods? Which methods, Nagveni, you want me to explain? Which method you are asking? This methods, get day of month, get year. This methods you are asking me. Okay, fine. I'll give you one example. I'll take one program and tell you what is the date, time, and all the stuff. So there is something like, so I'll go here. Here I'll create a new package. I'll create new. Sorry. Go back here. I'll create a new package. Right click new package. Sorry. Create a sub package here. Right click new package. Dot date demo package. Just create a package. Under this package, I'm going to create a new class. Date one demo. So earlier, guys, we used to have something like date class, guys. Okay. Earlier, we used to use date class. Okay. So some basic knowledge of dates I'm going to cover in Java. In Java, we have something known as date. So just see here what I'm trying to do. Date is equal to new date. Okay. This particular date class is a predefined class from Java language. Hover the mouse on this date class and import it from java.util package. Okay. Once you import this, if I system.out.println, if I print date, what will be coming? What will be printed? Date and timestamp will be printed. Just see that in the output, you will get date and timestamp will be printed in the output. What got printed, guys, when I'm printing the object reference of this date class, what is getting printed? Saturday space May. Today's day is Saturday. Month is May. Day is 11, right? Day is 11 and day is 8. 8 means here 6 p.m. 12 plus 6, 8. 18, sorry, 18 means 6 p.m. Then 06 minutes and 01 seconds. IST Indian Standard Time 2024 is the year is coming. Right? Current date timestamp will come here. Okay, if you do this. But there is a problem with this approach. That is, if I want to print only the year of this particular thing, from this I want to only print the year. So I'll write some code like this: system.out.println, system.out.println. If I write date dot get year, if I say, there's a problem that you will get. What is the problem? Tell me what is the problem when I say date dot get year? What is the problem that is coming here? What is the problem that you are getting? Deprecated. This get year method got deprecated. So it got deprecated, guys. We should not be using the date class or any of these methods of the date class. We should not be using that. Okay. Those are deprecated methods. Okay. So these are deprecated methods. We should not be using that. Okay. That means Java has come up with some other thing, which is the latest one. This is the outdated one. Whatever you are seeing here is the outdated one. Okay. So similarly, the same thing will happen if you write system.out.println date dot get month. You see, again, deprecated system.out.println. Generally, either we used to get the year, month, date like this only. Okay. Get day, deprecated again, system.out.println date dot get hours. From that, you see, all these methods are deprecated, guys. Okay. We cannot use them anymore. Date dot get minutes. Okay. Deprecated system.out.println. What else methods are there? Date dot get. Yeah, a lot of things will be there. I think these are enough. Okay. Many other things will be there, but these are enough, guys. Okay. But these are all deprecated, guys. These are all deprecated, so we cannot use that. Okay. So instead of using this date thing, right? Instead of using this date thing, that's the reason we have to go with some other classes, predefined classes that are latest introduced in Java, known as we have local date or local date time, then local time. Three things are there. Mainly, there are three classes, guys, that you have to understand, which are the latest predefined classes in Java: local date time, local time. If you want to deal with only this date section, not the timing, only this part, May 11, 2024, such kind of thing, you can go with local date. If you want both date and time, this everything you want, both date and time you want, then in that case, you have to go with local date time. Only timing you want, only timing part you want, only this timing part you want, then you can go with the local time. There are multiple combinations, okay? Depending on your requirement, you can use any of this stuff because local date time has every of the stuff. How to use this local date time? How to use this local date time? Do you have to create an object similar to date class? Do you have to create an object and use the object reference to call these methods? Tell me, guys. Do you have to use this object reference to call these methods of the local date time? How to use the local date time class? They have to create an object. They have to create an object for local date time. It's not required. It's not required. The answer is no. Write down local date time. Say dot. Now you have to say now. Now method you have to call. Am I creating an object here? Did I create an object here? Local date time dot now. I'm calling a static predefined method of local date time. You see, to this local date time class from java.time package, I'm calling the static predefined method, that is now predefined method. That now is returning what? Local date time it is returning. Okay. LDT. Okay. Create an object here. Create a variable and this object reference. But here you don't have to create the object like this. You have to call this static method and that will return you the object of that. Okay. You don't have to create the object using the new keyword, but the now method of the local date time will give you the object reference of the local date time. Okay. The process is different. You see, when you compare this one with different, it is completely different. Okay. You're calling one of the static method of the local date time. So now LDT local date time dot. Now you can get all the methods. Let's say get year. Where is that? Get year. Am I getting any deprecated error message? System.out.println LDT dot get year. Am I getting any deprecated message that I got with the date predefined method of the date class? Am I getting any deprecated method, guys? Tell me, yes or no? Am I getting any deprecated message here? Because this is the latest class. That's why you're not getting deprecated message. Okay. Similarly, if you want to get the month, LDT dot here, LDT means this one, which is written by the now method. LDT dot get month, you can say get month value, you can say get month value otherwise. Okay. Then control Z. Then system.out.println LDT dot get day of the month. Okay. Day of the month you can get. Then system.out.println LDT dot get hour, number of hours you can get. System.out.println. All these methods are not deprecated. You see, the date predefined class methods are deprecated, but date field methods are not deprecated. LDT dot get minutes. Okay, like that you can get whatever you want, guys. Let me run this code and see that in the output. We'll get the year, month, day, hour, and all those stuff. Okay, year has come. Month is coming as 5 means May. 11 is the day. Hours 18 hours means 6 p.m. here. 12 minutes means 12 minutes. Okay, like that you can have all the methods which are not deprecated. Okay, this is all good. Now, I'll just comment this for a while. Or I'll do one thing. I'll just, comment like this. I need this again, but I'll comment this like this. Now, next thing is, when you are using the older date method, date class, date is equal to new date. When you're using the older way, date is equal to new date when you're using the older way. Okay. Now, if you are printing directly, system.out.println date, if you are printing, you are getting like this, right? The output is coming like this, okay? The output is coming like this. Saturday, space, May, space, 11, space, 18, colon, 13, colon, 11, space, IST, space, 2024. I don't want the date to be printed in this format. I want date to be printed in my own format. For that, we used to have some class, predefined class known as simple date format class. Everyone type in the chat box the name of the class, simple date format. Everyone type in the chat box the name of the class, simple date format, SDF is equal to new simple date format. Okay, like this, you need to create an object for the simple date format class. Hover the mouse on the simple date format class and import it from java.text. Okay, this is a simple date format. You have to create an object because by default, my date and time are printing in its own format. By default format, what this is the format. I want to change the format in which I want to get my date. Okay, so here in this constructor of the simple date format in double quotes, you provide the format in which you want to get this particular date to be printed. Okay, so here I want the format like this: dd / mm stands for what? Mm stands for method. If you, there are multiple things, guys, I'll show you. Okay, there are different formats are there here. dd mm. Here should be y. Okay, 2019, 2018, like that. Or dd is 25, let's say. Month is 11, let's say. Okay, like that. Okay, and space, give some space, and hours and minutes also. colon Okay, so here hours, right? Capital you give better because it will take 24 hours into consideration. 0 to 23. Okay, it will take. Minutes means that's okay. Save this. And now I created a simple date format. Now I want to convert this date into this particular format, guys. For that, what I can use is I can use this SDF object reference and say dot format. Format which date? This particular date I want to format. This particular date I want to format. So the return type of the format is string. String. Okay. String formatted date is equal to formatted date is equal to. Now print it out. System.out.println. After formatting, how the formatted date is getting printed, you see. Whatever the format you give here, that format, your date and timestamp will be printed, not in the here default. Here formatted format will come. Right click, run as Java application. You see, originally it is like this. But if I want to print the date and time in this format, I can get this format by giving all this stuff. Okay, you can Google it out for dd, HHM. Different codes are there for different stuff. Okay, you see, first day came, / month came, then year came, space, then hours came, and then minutes came. Okay, for every each and everything, you have a kind of format, guys. Okay, you have a kind of format. But the problem here is simple date format should be used with the predefined class, which is date, which is kind of outdated when compared to the local date and time. Nowadays, no one is using the date class. They are using local date or local date time or local time. So that's the reason this is not recommended to use simple date format. This is just for the knowledge case. Okay. Then what is the latest one? I'll uncomment this one. And here I want the, I would like to print this date, guys. First of all, I would like to print this date system.out.println. Okay, I'll print the original default LTT. I'll print this local date time, like the way I printed date here for the object reference of date class, right? The same way I would like to print the LTT of this local date time and see what is coming here. Okay, the first line it will come. You see 2024 -05 -L, hyphen day, and then separated by T symbol saying timestamp or something, and you are getting nanoseconds also. Okay, hours, minutes, seconds, and nanoseconds. Okay, like that you are getting. But I don't want that format. I want to change the format. Can I use simple date format here? No. Here we should not be using simple date format. So what is the latest one? Can anyone guess what is the latest one? I cannot use simple date format here with the local date time. Which one I have to use? In place of simple date format, which one I have to use? If date is the old one, with that I will be using simple date format. But with the local date time is the latest class in Java for managing the time and all those stuff. Okay, retrieving the year, month, year, and all those stuff. Now, what is the predefined class to work with the local date time? Because I will not be using simple date format, that is for date class. But for local date time class, what is the formatter? What is the name of the formatter? Anyone know? What is the name of the formatter? You can type in the chat box if you know. What is the name of the formatter? You just tell me out, guys. Tell me what is the name of the formatter that we have to use with local date time in place of simple date format. We should not be using simple date format here. We have to be using something. Anyone know? The name is nothing but date time formatter. And here also, here you create an object using the new keyword, right? For the simple date format, for date class or simple date formatter, you have used new keyword to create the object. But here you should not be creating the object. Here for local date time, you didn't use new keyword to create the object. You have called the now method and then it came, right? For date time formatter also, date time formatter dot off pattern method will be there. Okay, you have to call this off pattern method. And in this off pattern method, you have to provide the pattern in which you want to format it. What is the pattern you want to format it? The same pattern will take. Okay, that I want to format. I don't want to get in this format. I don't want to get this hyphens and colons and all those stuff. Rather, I want to get the data and time in this format. So here, off pattern method is returning you daytime formatter again. DTF is equal to over the mouse on this, create local variable, and now do the thing. That is now write down system.out.println, system.out.println, print it out, DTF dot, or you can simply say DTF dot. Sorry, DTF daytime formatter dot. Here what we have used earlier, what we have used SDF dot format we have used, right? Here what is coming, let's see. DTF dot where is that method? Format parse of LDT. It's LDT if I give here DTF dot okay, I should not be using parse then. What was the method, guys, I have to use? I don't even remember. To format, to string, wait. I think LDT we have to say, okay, we should not be using that. We should be using this object reference, guys. So LDT dot, we should not be using datetime format. Here we have to use LDT dot date formatter of DTF, you have to say. Okay, this is what you have to do. Over the mouse on this, it will return you the string. So that's what is confusing always for me. So I should not be using the object reference of date. Here we have used the object reference of simple date format, but here we should not be using the object reference of and say dot format. Here we have to use this local date time and format, apply the format or apply the formatter here. That's what is the difference, another difference. And here you will get LDD formatted is equal to, okay, I'll print it out. System.out.println, system.out.println, LDT formatted, okay. Run the code and see that formatted date will come in this format. This day, month, year, hours, minutes should come. Okay. In this way, in this format, you should get. You see, earlier it was like this. Now you got 11 hyphen, sorry, /05 /2024 space 621. Okay. So whatever the format you gave here, that got applied to this particular local date. Same thing you can apply with local date, local time. Okay. I am taking local date time because it includes both date and time, whereas local date will only include date. If you want to work with only time, you have to go with local time. If you want to work with both date and time, you have to go with local date time. And for all these classes, we have to use date time formatter. We should not be using simple date formatter. This is outdated stuff, guys. Date class, simple date formatter, all these methods were outdated here. Now this is what is important. Okay, this part is important. Everyone clear now? Everyone clear? Everyone clear with this predefined methods? How did I use and all in the programs while dealing with calendar is clear? Great, fine. This is what is the things that I'm using. This is from Java, guys. This is from Java. Okay. So practice these things. There are many things, other things also there, calendar and many other stuff are there, but this much is enough for now. Okay. So I'm just closing it as you said clear. Now, shall I move on, guys? Shall I move on to the next one? Next example, can I move on? Sixth date field or fifth date field, shall I move on? I think there is nothing much in the fifth date field because it's the previous months. The only active dates I have to take. Okay. Or we can, if you want me to try, I can try this out, but I don't have to select any month or year here. I have to simply select the days here. Okay. Simply select the active days. So I can directly go to the sixth date. Okay. You can take this as an assignment and try to select one date in this available. Okay. Active dates in this particular month. Okay. Any of the active dates, you can select that. Okay. So I'll go with the sixth date, which looks very different. Sixth date is the date that looks different here. I'm going to go with that. So how to enter a date into this kind of field, which has this kind of icon where you can, like these options are there. Can you select that options like that? Let's find it out. Okay, let's find it out whether that works or not. Until you try, you will not come to know, guys. Okay, there are different type of calendars that are there. No matter apart from whatever I demonstrated here in this today's sessions, right? There are different type of calendars you may counter, but I am trying my level best in demonstrating all the variety of calendars. Okay, that you come across in the application with these examples. Calendar 6 demo, calendar 6 demo with main method I'll create and I'll write the code. I'll intake the date from the user as an input scanner. Scanner is equal to new scanner. System.in. System.in. I'll say system.in, put a semicolon here, Control Shift O. Import it, and then system.out.println. Enter date in this format. I'll mention dd/mm/yyyy. That format I will ask the user to enter. And here I'll simply say scanner dot next line I have to say for string collection. And here collect this user input string. User input is equal to user input date. Okay, user input date. User input date. Okay, you can write like that. That's okay. Now once you got the user input and there's no need of the scanner class, you can close the object. The best practice, you can close the object here. Close. And after that, once the user input is taken, now I need to click on the 6th date. You see the scrolling should be done. First, I'll inspect the 6th date field. And here, make sure that you implement the code here, Chrome driver. Chrome driver is equal to new Chrome driver. The semicolon here, Control Shift O, then say driver dot manage dot window dot maximize. Then after you click on this field, there's a possibility that the calendar, okay. After you click on something, the calendar may come with a delay. Let's find out. Let's not do any line here, but let's go without that line. Get command I'll use. If required only, I'll use that implicit waiting mechanism. Otherwise, I'll not use that. If some ad is coming here, close this stuff. Come back here. Practice HTML. Come back here. Paste it here. And the next thing is that I have to click inside the 6th date. I'll inspect this. And here I have the ID attribute available. I can use ID locator here. Driver dot find element by dot ID, provide the ID locator, put a semicolon here. Over the mouse on this find element and it will create the web element here. 6th date field is equal to 6th date field is equal to over the mouse on the 6th date field and create a local variable and simply write down 6th date field dot click. Before you click, make sure that you scroll to this particular field and then click. Okay, because the ad will come in between. While the page is loading, some ad is coming and it will be like this. Okay, you'll not be able to see the 6th date field. So better to scroll. Script may fail there, driver. And type as a driver with JavaScript executor. Then say JSE is equal to over the mouse on this, say create local variable and simply Control Shift O. Then after that JSE dot execute script I'll say. And here I'll give the 6th date field. Put a semicolon here and write down the code like this that you know. Double quotes give arguments of 0 means this 6th date field. Arguments of 0 dot scroll into view. Okay. Well, after scrolling only, you click on the field. Let's see whether this is working fine or not for now. Till here, at least we are able to scroll and the calendar is coming or okay. There's no use of clicking, guys. There is no use of clicking. I'll just give some date here. There's no use of clicking. Press enter here. You see, the ad has come. The page scrolling happened. It clicked inside the date field, but browser, cursor is blinking means it has clicked. But if you click inside that, you will not get the calendar, guys. Let's try to inspect this and try to click on that calendar instead. There's a calendar here, right? Different type of calendars exist, guys. Okay, different type of calendars exist. We have to, inspect them and see what we can do. Okay. I'll inspect this calendar. I would like to click on that and see whether I can do any operation on that. So I'm inspecting that and I got this image ID. This is the input field. This is the image field. This input has a class here. Whether this is a unique class or not, I'll see. Whether this is a unique class or not, I'll see. Class, Control F, double slash, asterisk, @ class, you can say otherwise, is equal to give that class name and see only one element is locating means that is a unique class. Okay, here any tag having the same class. Okay, so you can use this as a class locator. I would like to click on this calendar, guys. Would like to click on the calendar. Here I'll write down driver dot find element by dot XPath. Use the XPath, class name, right? Sorry, by dot class name. Provide the class name locator here. Put a semicolon here, and here it will return you web element, that is calendar icon. Calendar icon you don't have to click on the 6th date field. There is no need of clicking on the 6th date field. You just have to scroll to that field, and after that you can click on the calendar icon. Create. That's it. I can reduce the code also, but for now I'm not reducing. Just wait. So calendar icon, I want to click on the calendar icon, guys. Calendar icon dot click. I'll say. Let's see whether the calendar is appearing on the screen or not. After doing this, right click run as Java application. Enter date in this format 25/11/2028. Okay, press enter. That will take intake date because we have written scanner class, but we have not implemented anything to select that particular date. For now, at least that calendar icon is getting clicked and we are getting the calendar open or not. We have to see. Okay, whether that is possible or not, we have to see. You see, calendar is appearing. That means it is working fine. Right? It is working fine. The calendar is coming. In that select one date, guys, you know how to go to the previous dates, previous months, all those things, you know. I don't have to implement the logic. I just need to select a particular date here. All right. Right click, select inspect date. So here I'll go here. I don't want to implement the logic for going to the previous dates and months because already I explained here, right, how to go to the previous months and all. I covered in one of the previous sessions already. Okay, that you can implement if you want. But here I'm just want to select the date in the current month and current year. That's it. I don't want to implement any other stuff here. Inspect this one of the date here and see whether we are able to select that date. Okay. When I inspected that, you see here TD is coming as select day here and control F double slash TD @ class is equal to select day. And in that slash A, what is happening? Right click, inspect. After clicking on this, then inspect one of the dates. Select a day. Data handler. Okay, this is data handler, right? Asterisk you mentioned. Now it's okay. 1/31 is coming. You see all the current dates in this particular month are coming. That's okay. Here we have to write text is equal to give any date. Let's say 15th date. If I give means 15th date will be selected like this. Okay. So copy this sample XPath expression and come back here and write down the code. Driver dot find element by dot XPath. Here we should not be directly creating like this. String XPath is equal to I would not like to intake any, otherwise I'll do one thing. Only DD I'll take. Okay. Only DD user input day I'll say. Okay. Only DD I'll take user input day. That day I want to select here. Okay. The DD format you have to select the day, guys. So that day will be entered here. Okay. That's what I'm doing to reduce efforts and all. Control V and put that in double quotes. Put this in double quotes, guys. Put a semicolon here and put a plus symbol here. Whatever the day that user is entering, that day should be selected. Here provide double quote. That's it. And here in place of 15, whatever the user input day is there, you give that. Okay. And simply write down the code like driver dot find element. You can make this program a bit complex, guys, by navigating that year and month also you can implement, but that I have already covered in the previous programs, right? So I'm not taking that. Only I'm focusing on day here. Okay. My intention is to there may be some calendars where you have to click on the icon, then you will get the calendar. Not always you click on the input field, you will get a calendar. Rather, you have to click on the beside icon, calendar icon to get the calendar. And then from that, whatever the day, month, year you want to select, you can write the logic. That is up to you. XPath, give the XPath text. This is XPath text, guys. Okay. I'll copy this XPath and XPath text. I'll say and say day field, day element. Day element is equal to create the web element here. Create the web element and simply say day element dot click. I'll say, okay, this should select the day in the calendar. Let's see whether it is working fine or not. If any reductions I have to do, I'll do that. But for now, let's see. Enter date in this format, that is DD. So I'll give something like 25, let's say, press enter. See what is happening. 25 May 2024 should get selected in the date field, okay, from the calendar if everything is working fine. Don't worry about that. Scroll the page. Once that is done, it has to click on the calendar and it should select. Okay, there's a problem. 25 is not visible on the screen. Can you see that 25 is not visible on the screen? Why? So maybe we have to scroll a bit more. We have to scroll a bit more, guys. That is actually, So we'll do one thing. See that click intercepted exception element, element click intercept exception is coming because that add is actually coming in between. So how to overcome that problem? Again, the same thing. JSC.execute script off. You write the same code. You already created a web element, right? Arguments of 0. Here in place of day element, you give the day element. It will scroll to that and select that. Okay. Right click run as Java application. This is the way to do the stuff, guys. Okay. You have to run the JavaScript code to scroll until the day is visible. So 25 I'll take and press enter. JavaScript execution. We have to scroll the page until the 25 element is visible. Okay. For everything, we have a solution, guys. We have to use different combinations to get the solution done. Let's wait for the page to load and scroll to some extent. Now it has to scroll to the 25. I don't know whether it will scroll or something. It's not working, guys. Okay. Whatever I thought is not working. What if could have done something like this till like this? If I go to the end of the page and come like this, also not a big deal. Maybe till here, if I see, let's understand the dynamics here. That is coming till here. So maybe if I inspect this and scroll up to this arrays in Java beforehand only. Arrays in Java, inspect this and see the link text looks like it is a link text. Copy this and here write down JSC dot. I have to create a web element first. Driver dot find element by dot link text. I'll try different ways. Let's see what will happen. Semicolon link element. Link element is equal to some over the mouse. Create a web element here. Anyhow, this part is not working. I'll remove this part. Put it here. Here I'll say link element. I'd like to scroll till the link element. I don't have to scroll to the 6th date field. I have to scroll this link element. 6th date field is not required now. Okay. So simple. Scroll to this link text element. Arguments of 0. Calendar icon click and select the calendar. Click on the calendar icon and then enter select the date. Let's see what will happen. Will it work or not? Let's see. Instead of scrolling to that calendar field, I'm scrolling to that link otherwise to see whether it is working fine or not. I'll again give 25 here. Every automation script will be a learning, guys, because we are solving some challenges here and getting some things done. First, it should scroll the page to that link level instead of the field. After that, calendar is coming, but still, the problem is still there, guys. It's not properly happening. I can do. What if I scroll till the end of the page? What if I scroll till the end of the page? Or okay, instead of scrolling to this link text element, I would like to scroll till the end of the page. You can remove this document dot Control Z. Okay, here I have to write document dot window. I think so. Window dot or document dot. I don't remember that. See, this page is filled with a lot of ads. JavaScript code to scroll till the end of the page. We'll try this. If that works, that's okay. Otherwise, we'll go with other option. Document dot body dot scroll height. Scroll to window dot scroll to. Yeah. Window dot scroll to. Window dot scroll to. And here in the scroll to, you give 0 here, comma. You give the complete height of the document, that is document dot body dot scroll height. This vertical height, this horizontally, you don't have to scroll anything. Vertically, you have to scroll till the height of the page. This is nothing but the height of the page. Document dot body dot scroll height means height of the body section of the page. Okay, let's see whether what will happen in this case. Okay, let's run this code. If I scroll to the end of the page, will that will work or not? Let's try that out. 25. Let's wait. Went to the end of the page actually. The ad came. Yeah, now it's working fine. Okay, if you scroll to the end of the page, it's working fine, guys. It's able to select the date. Okay, so like that, you do some trial and error things. Somehow it will work. Okay, during one of the option, it will work. So everyone is clear with this? Everyone clear with this code? How to write the code for automating this? It's very simple code, guys. Nothing much. Just thing is that the type of the calendar is different in this case. Okay, not all calendars. You see, in this calendar, when you click on inside the input field, you are getting the calendar. But here, when you click inside the 6th date field, you are not getting. You have to click on the icon to get the calendar and get the things done. In some cases, when you click the icon, also it will not come. Then you have to go with send keys command or something. Okay, to enter the date and all. Okay, guys, just type C in the chat box if it is clear for you. How to handle this kind of calendars which come with an icon, and you click on the icon, only calendar will come. How to automate them? To select the date, year, month, whatever it is. Is that clear for you? If it is clear, just type in the chat box. Any confusions are there, just let me know. If any confusions or any clarity needed, let me know, guys. Okay. Practice each and every code that I'm explaining, guys. I'll be uploading this code tonight, and practice all this code for getting some confidence in the calendars part. Okay. Fine. So, anyone have any other? Do you want me to automate anything for you as part of calendars? Do you want me to automate? Do you have any other examples that you have come across with calendars or something that you would like to automate that I have not explained in the sessions? If you have any such kind of stuff, you can give me the URLs of that applications. I'll show you how to automate. Different examples I have taken for automating the calendars, different type of calendars that are in these notes, right? All the calendars are there in these notes. Okay. So this many calendars I covered, okay, on the weekdays and weekends. Till today, this many calendars I covered. I did a lot of R&D on different calendars and then did this. Okay. So everyone clear so far? Everyone clear so far? How to handle this different type of calendars is clear for you? Any doubts? Any questions? In this calendars topic, any doubts? Any questions, guys? Tell me. Okay. I'm not getting any questions. So we are done with the calendars in that case. If you don't have any questions, we are done with the calendars, guys. We're done with the calendars. Whatever I wanted to demonstrate, I demonstrated as part of the calendars. Okay. So what next we can see? We have some other topics left out. The calendars part is done. Tables part is there. WebDriver hierarchy is there. JavaScript executor for Selenium is there. Some new features are there. Selenium 4 new features are there. We can see Selenium 4 new features actually. So we can go with Selenium 4 new features, but I don't have any notes here. Maybe a different way we have to go if required. Or any other small topic is there. Maybe WebDriver hierarchy or something we have to see. Tables, I'm just thinking to take tomorrow. Complete tables. WebDriver hierarchy. See whether I can do WebDriver hierarchy here. Okay. Fine then. So any questions from this calendars part? Is it clear? Everyone clear with the calendars part? Any questions regarding the calendar part? Everything is clear for you? Regarding the calendar, everything is clear. Any doubts? Final call for the doubts, guys. Okay, I think we can plan tables tomorrow. The entire tables will complete and WebDriver hierarchy also will cover tomorrow. Tables and WebDriver hierarchy we will cover tomorrow. I'm just planning that. After that, I will go with the weekday sessions with JavaScript executor, or we can take JavaScript executor now also, but just thinking. Okay,